can someone explain the spikes at the radiation readings at Fukushima? And the reason why I say that is that the world is blind to what is actually happening at Fukushima. The nuclear power plant meltdown, that site, we have outdated photos, right? Now check this out. This is satellite photos at the site. And the reason why they want to dump it, which I think they're dumping it, like as I speak right now, I think they're dumping it. I'm going to show you. But look at, we got rusted tanks. So you think these tanks are going to last forever? No, they're probably leaking, and they've been dumping this stuff for a while already. Now check this out. Right now it's in red, which is the RADCON 4. We have a concern watch level at Fukushima. Now, I was going to do this yesterday, but I couldn't, and these were not red. Just this one had the spike. But if you look at these readings right here, check this out. It's at a high right now. And we're going to bring this data up. Look at this. I think this means that somehow they must be transporting something, tanks or something, and it's going past that part of the site, and that's what's picking this up. Now, what's unusual is this is the site that usually doesn't have these spikes on it. Number 8 usually has it. Now here is number 2. For some reason, it looks like actually they turned it off, because why would it just... Now, all you mathematicians, if you look at graphs, they're always gradual. And this is another theory I have, and I could be wrong, but see how it's always going up, and then it goes way down, and then it goes up, and then way down. I have a feeling that they're messing with the charts here. And actually, if you didn't have these abrupt points in this map, it might be actually showing where the radiation readings are always going up. So what they're doing is they're fooling us to turn them down or something. I don't know. That's just a theory. So here is number 1, that one. Now this is number 4, and that one's going down. Number 8 is the one I think the one that's where they're dumping it, because this has got the most activity. And actually, look at right now, it's the highest it's ever been. Look at this. Actually, when I just started this a little while ago, it was at the peak here. And now look at this. It's 7:40, and then it's 8:40, and it always seems to be at night when they do this. And now actually they might be done. The tank is all closed up. The stuff is already in the ocean. It's going out there, and now the radiation level the spike is going down right now. So I don't know. Someone has got to be able to put a theory together. And if you pay for the Nuclear Emergency Tracking Center, I think it's $25, you get access to these charts. And what I don't understand is why TEPCO is actually participating in this. Because what's really wild is we will not know what's going on unless they tell us something. And first of all, they can't be trusted whatsoever. Okay. So, Mike Schellenberger, this guy, I'm blocked, but this guy is promoting nuclear. He says everything's fine at Fukushima. So Mike, Explain these spikes. Helen Caldecott, you're supposed to be fighting for against nuclear power. Say something. What are these spikes? Fairwinds, Arnie Gunderson, what's going on? Kevin Blanche, this guy puts out videos every day about Fukushima. What's your opinion on this? The nuclear proctologist, Dana Durnford, what's your idea? Every day, this guy's been trying to warn us about this. Every day he puts out videos. What's up with these spikes, Dana? What do you think's going on? Rad Chick, she's been on top of Fukushima since day one. And actually, she's got this good little theory with the Orca apocalypse. Fukushima Inform. These are the guys that are supposedly monitoring the oceans, but these guys, I don't think you could trust them either, because they're telling me in the public that there is no health effect whatsoever with Fukushima. TEPCO, what's up with the spikes? Barack Obama, you were like in the middle of it when this all happened, and you don't even mention it in your book. The government of Japan, what's the truth with Fukushima? And this is Jay Cullen. This is the guy that's supposedly out on the ocean once in a blue moon, and he's trying to say that everything is perfect at Fukushima. And this is pretty wild. Watch this. He has absolutely no one that answers his tweets. Nobody comments to him. But check this out. He's a troll. He's a troll. And look at, he's going to do a 10-year anniversary triple disaster conference. And I'll tell you what, you should watch this, because this guy is going to downplay everything about Fukushima. This guy is kind of one of the worst. He's getting paid to try to find out what's going on, and he's totally not even telling the truth. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Here he is. This is how big the lie he's telling. It's a big lie. It's like the fish story. How big's the fish? How big's the fib? And this is what's bothering is this chart. And if you look down here, that this is the level of concern for drinking water starts at 10,000 becquerels. That means there's 10,000 disintegrations a second. So they're like, hey, everything's fine until it gets over 10,000. And actually, what's really unusual, it says that different isotopes have different levels of concern for the environmental and health effects for human health. They only test for cesium. That's why they're full of it.
I didn't say that the releases couldn't be measured. I contend that they are not a hazard. Will the planned water releases from the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant be harmful to people? The risk of consumption of Fukushima seafood is low or negligible, with no additional radiological effects for consumers. J.T. Cullen. Actually a little relieved and disturbed that the minority of individuals who think scientists at Fukushima Inform are lying to them about the impacts of #Fukushima Daiichi on marine and public health also think #Trump won and that #COVID-19 is a hoax. At least they're consistent.
So now look at it's going down. See how it's not a dark red anymore? Yep, it's on its way down. Here is number 3. That's on its way up. Number 8. This was when I started. It was peaking here, and now it's going down. Here's all the... Look at the averages. This is almost 10 times the average. Look at it's all red. And then look at that. They probably pulled the plug. How can you have them go straight down like that? That means they must have turned them off. So what's really crazy is if you go on inactive stations, watch right here. This pops up. This used to be actually an active station, but they turned it off. Because look at, it's currently, when they finished it, it was at 13,000. The low was 13,000. The high was 13,000. The average is 13,000. And it's off. So let me see, if you keep going back, it's going to show you when they turned it off. Let's go 3 years. Oh yeah, look at this. 3 years ago, it looks like December 1st, 2018 is when they turned it off. It was much higher, 14,000. Let's go all the way. Let's go 6 years. Now this is what's disturbing. It's at, when they turned it off at 13,000, but this is, I think, what you call an anomaly. And the very first one, it looks like it was at like 108,000. And then it went over to 76. Goes all the way down to 18. This is an anomaly. This is not... On a normal graph, this does not happen, where you would usually go like something, they pulled the plug on this one. So look at it, goes all the way up in here, and now it's at 13,000, and then they said, screw it, let's turn it off. So they turned it off November 17th, 2018. And look at this article, 2018. Fukushima is not safe. The Japanese government is lying to the world. The Japanese government has created foreign language websites which provides information about radiology in general and the radiological situation in Fukushima. Journalists from around the world, our friends, acquaintances living abroad, are continually asking whether the information that the Japanese central and local government websites present the international community is correct or not. The following is the answer. The stories uploaded on these websites give people the impression that worrying about radiation is unnecessary. That is a central theme on all the websites that are telling you that Fukushima it's fine, nothing's wrong with it. As for this impression, has Fukushima now really become a safe place to live or visit? The answer, first of all, Japanese anti-nuclear activists and evacuees from contaminated areas in Fukushima have been warning people all over the world never to trust the Japanese government, what they're saying about both the radiology in general and the specific health effects caused by Fukushima. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe actually at the speech to the Olympic, he stated that with regard to health effects related problems with Fukushima, says that he states emphatically and unequivocally in terms that have been no problem until now, nor are there any present, or nor will there be in the future.
Perinatal mortality in not only Fukushima prefecture but also neighboring prefectures rose 15.6% just 10 months after the accidents. This clearly indicates the existence of some kind of human health damage from radiation.
So how do you explain this? So All I'm saying is don't. You can only control the 3 feet around you. Everything else is out of your control. So you have to trust somebody. But my intuition is telling me that Fukushima is way worse. You got rusted tanks. They're talking about they will be dumping those tanks in the future, that like they haven't already, but they're dumping it right now. They're dumping it. They're dumping it right here, and this is tank in area 8. This is the one that they're. I think this is where the main site where they're dumping it. You know where that's at? It's right at the ocean. Now look it's going down. Yeah, it's going down. So they're dumping it. Don't eat the fish. Don't eat the rice from Japan. Japan is doomed. And now they're going to go have the Olympics next year. Pretty nuts if you ask me.